when it comes to race, I'm out for the truth. The truth is that there are racial differences. You take a 5-year-old, and any 5-year-old with any bit of observation will notice that black people do have different features, different bone structures, different mannerisms. They act different. They look different. Same thing with Asians. Asians look different. They act different. And I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I mean, not everyone, but overall, there's very real differences. And I would rather live in the truth than live in some kind of delusional fantasy world. I'm here in life for finding out the truth and living out the truth, not pretending or living in some world that I wish was in existence. I know most people would rather live in fantasy land, but not this motherfucker. But when it comes to racial differences, they're there, and everyone knows it. It's just like denial. I mean, everyone's in denial about it. And think about the word equality. Is there any real equality? Equality is just a word man makes. Equality is a word man has made up to make himself feel better. To feel secure in a world full of differences and strange differences that might be harmful to security. And equality doesn't exist. It's just a man-made word. I mean, everyone has different unequal abilities. Everyone's different. I mean, you have monkeys who can paint better than people who've been painting for a while and they're 60 years old. I mean, you have kids who are 5 years old and play guitar for a week and can play better guitar than someone who's been practicing who's 30 for 2 years on guitar. And I'm sorry, but that's a real genetic difference. Some people have differences. And I mean, it's the truth. And I mean, not only is every individual unequal and different, but every race has overall differences. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be honest here. I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, just like the word 100%. I mean, 100% doesn't exist. And if something's near 100%, it's never 100%. And it's never 100% 100% of the time. So that's just another word man has made to make himself feel better about a world full of insecurities. But I mean, what is equality? I mean, it's part of all this mental conditioning. I mean, equality, it's just a word to make people think everything is the exact same. It's mental conditioning. It's being a mindless robot, a mindless zombie. It's a form of brainwashing. And I know people like to think that that race is a social action that was only invented by governments to divide and conquer. And no, although it has been used that way, perhaps it was not. They are actually there. It's not just like some delusional person said, "Oh, black people are different than Chinese people." I mean, it's there, and if you can't see it, you're blind or in denial, or both. But equality is just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than differences. I mean, for us to state a difference that obviously is there is the truth. For us to think everything's equality and we're all the same and everything's the exact same is more dangerous. It's Big Brother. It's mental conditioning. It's that they want to keep you in a box and they don't want you to think about anything outside of the box. I mean, when you think things are different, you're curious. When you're curious, you're a threat to fascism. You're a threat to buying things. You're a threat to learning about government or medicine or anything. And they don't want you to be that threat. And that's why being politically correct and seeing everything as the exact same through the eyes of a zombie is just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than seeing things that are different that are actually there. And I mean, it really is mental conditioning. I mean, it's like how Big Brother or North Korea or some of these fascist countries, they don't want you to see anything outside of their own eyes. And they don't want you to look outside the box, to see anything at all. They don't want you to think for yourself. They don't want you to see differences. And then they have you in their hands to mold, to not be able to be yourself. And that, yes, in this world where we like to think everything's the same, not only that, if we see someone different, we get fearful, and we're like, that person's different, what's wrong? And that we are so narrowly put into this category where we don't want to have any curiosity. We're molded to think only inside boxes, and that when we do see something outside of boxes, we kind of panic. And just because there's racial differences doesn't mean that all of a sudden there's this major thing. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, for there to be differences and people be programmed to think there's no differences, when that difference does happen, there's a panic. And that's why it's just as dangerous, because there is a difference. We need to be aware of it so we can forgive every problem or understand why that problem is there. So it's just as negligent to just pretend everything's the same if there is a difference that is causing that problem in the first place. And I'm sorry, but there's real genetic differences. I mean, you have blacks have different muscle fibers. They have different features, like they have thinner waists, they have longer limbs, longer arms, longer legs, smaller frames. There's a lot of different things. They have more fast twitch muscle fibers. I mean, there's different diseases that blacks get that other races don't get. There's diseases that whites and, say, Asians get that blacks don't get. Different immune tolerance differences, different heights, different statures, different brain structures, different skull shapes, different noses, different eye shapes, different cheekbone shapes. I mean, everything. These are real. I mean, the fact is, I mean, the average, obviously anyone will say that Chinese people are short. And, I mean, it's not just a lie. I mean, the statistics back it up. I mean, the average person in China is 5'3" for a male. And then, I mean, the average African American, the average white American are 5'11" nearly. So, I mean, yes. I mean, or like Holland. I mean, Holland has one of the tallest heights in the world. It's 6 feet. I mean, is it racist to say, oh, Dutch are tall? I mean, fuck that. I mean, yes, you might have a Dutch person who's, say, 3 feet tall, but that does not mean that the overall genetic drift or environment does not exist, because it's there. And the environment alone cannot describe it. I mean, people say, oh, height is solely responsible from food intakes or certain things, and it can't really describe why there's different heights. For instance, I mean, the Italians and Mediterraneans are shorter than the Scandinavians. I mean, for instance, I mean, during the potato famine, the Irish were taller than the English. I mean, that alone cannot be described by environmental factor. I mean, you can't have Irish people who were starving to death and who had horrible environments be taller than the English for just no reason. I mean, there's obviously genetic reasons. I mean, I am honest with myself. I know that there are environmental factors that do change things, but I know that they do change. But there's a root genetic behind it, a genetic trait that can cause certain people to say have more of a tendency to be tall. I mean, the perfect example is women. I mean, women are shorter than men. I mean, women act more feminine than men. I mean, women commit less violence. Even in the worst oppression, women will still always commit less crimes than men, and it does not matter. I mean, women could be treated like shit, beat down in certain societies, told what to do. I mean, and live in even worse poverty. So the men get the food, and the women kind of get the leftovers, and the men will still commit more crimes. I mean, you cannot describe that without saying there's a genetic or chemical difference. And I mean, we have to be fucking honest with ourselves. I mean, you can't just say, oh, that women have a different culture, they like to gossip or whatever, and men like to hunt. I mean, you can't say that there's not a root genetic trait behind this, and this trait goes beyond this into races too.